Hello, my name is Richard Moore, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up and install your own Easify EPOS system, create an e-commerce enabled website from scratch, which is actually easier than it sounds, and also how to easily connect your website to your EPOS system so that the stock levels in your physical shop are always in sync with the stock levels in your online shop. If you're not familiar with Easify business software, Easify gives you stock control, billing, purchasing, customer management, bookkeeping, and financial reporting capabilities, all in a single cost-effective and easy-to-use software package. Easify software helps you to manage your business and is very much geared towards helping you run your business on a day-to-day basis, unlike other business software packages, which often tend to focus more on accounting processes than actual business operations. In other words, if you sell products and services to customers and you want to keep track of your stock levels, sales and purchases, and you also want to have your bookkeeping automatically done for you as you go, then Easify business software will be of benefit to you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to download and install Easify. I will show you how you can quickly create your own business website using the WordPress platform, and I'll show you how you can very easily add an online shop to your website using the WooCommerce plugin in your new WordPress website. After that, I will show you how you can easily connect Easify to your e-commerce website so that stock levels are always kept in sync between your physical shop and your online shop. I'll show you how you can add a product to Easify and have it automatically upload to your website, including a description and a picture. And also how when an order is placed via your website, it is automatically sent to your Easify software so that all of your order processing can be done in a central location. Easify comes in two flavors. Install it yourself in premises, that's the classic license where you buy the license outright, or the subscription-based cloud version where we install and manage your Easify server and handle all of the IT administration that goes with it. While it's totally possible to install and host your own Easify server and publish it for remote connection to your website, it does require that you have a good knowledge of IT. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to be working with the Easify Cloud Server. We actually recommend the Easify Cloud Server when you want to use Easify for e-commerce because it is the easiest and most reliable way of hosting your data. For a start, we handle all of the required security for you. If you host your own Easify server in premises, you will need to modify your internet firewall router to allow access to your Easify server from your website, and configure your Easify server to allow remote access. Whereas with the Easify Cloud Server, we do all this for you. With the Easify Cloud Server, we take care of your backups. Your Easify server will be automatically backed up each day, and the backup will be backed up to a separate secure physical location, so that you can rest assured that your data is safe in several secure locations. If you host Easify yourself in premises, you will need to take care of making sure that Easify is backed up every day, and that a copy of the backup is taken off site. Using the Easify Cloud Server means that your server is always running on top quality server hardware, so for the techies, this means high-end Intel Xeon server processors with rated ultra-fast SSD disks, and we take care of any server hardware upgrades that might be required in the future. So basically the Easify Cloud Server subscription is the way to go for e-commerce and remote connectivity, and that's what we will be using throughout this video. Okay, we're going to be starting from scratch here, so the first thing we need to do is to get Easify up and running. To do this, we need to go to the Easify website and request a free 30-day trial of the Easify Cloud Server. So we go to the website, http://www.easify.co.uk, and then you click on the free trial menu, and here you have two options: either try Easify in your premises, which is the classic in-premises installation we talked about, or you can try Easify in the cloud, which is what we want to do. So if you click on this button, it takes you to the part of the page where you can request your Easify Cloud Server 30-day free trial. Now you can see here it says you need to log in to request a 30-day trial of Easify Cloud Server. So in order to do that, we're just going to need to create an Easify account. So if you've already got an Easify account set up, you can just proceed to log in, but here we're going to go through the whole process, so I'm going to click log in and create Easify account. So we fill in the form, give it an email address. Now I'm just using a fictitious company here. We're using the fictitious Easify Electricals company to set this up with. Give it a password. And we tick to say we've read the terms and conditions, and we also assert that we're not a robot. Select all images with mountains or hills. Okay. They all look pretty hilly to me. Looks like it's satisfied there. Right, okay, create the account. Okay, so on this page it tells us we need to check our email and confirm our account by clicking the link it contains. So we'll go to Outlook, where we manage our email. And you see we've had an email from Easify, so simply click here to confirm the link. And now the account's confirmed, so we can log in. So just log in with the account you previously set up. And now we're logged in. So we can go back to the free trial page. Click on Try Easify in the Cloud. And simply click here to request your free trial. And that's it. The message says, thank you, your Easify Cloud Server free trial is being prepared. We will email you when it's ready to use. And we've also received an email just letting us know that things are being set up for us and that you'll receive another email when it's all ready to go. So at this stage, I'm just going to pause the video while we go off and set up the Easify Cloud Server as we would for real. And I'll come back when we're ready to move to the next step. Okay, so we've received an email from Easify to say that the Easify Cloud Server trial is now live. And in the email are instructions as to how to get connected and set up so that we can access our Easify Cloud Server. Now, rather than just follow through the email, I can actually show you this in the video. So all I'm going to do is follow this step where it says to get set up, download the Easify installer here and run it. So we'll click on the link and we'll wait a moment. Okay, so we're going to click on save and it's currently downloading. It's not a massive download, it's about 210 megabytes. So on a fast connection, it shouldn't take too long. And we'll just wait until this is downloaded. Okay, so setup.exe finished downloading and we click on run. This will launch the Easify installer. Yes, we do want to make changes to our device. And we'll just wait while Easify setup initializes. This only takes a few seconds usually. Okay, welcome to Easify setup. So we click on next. And we've got the end user license agreement. So obviously read that all the way through and tick the box if you agree. Click on next. And here we're detecting existing installations. Now you'll notice that we've gone straight to installing a choice of different types of Easify. If you've already installed Easify, then setup would have actually detected your existing installation and you'd be asked whether you wanted to upgrade or install Easify. In this case, we haven't got Easify installed, so we're going straight to the what do we want to install screen. You can see we've got three options. We've got Easify Pro and Server, first time installation, Easify Pro Client, and Easify Server, new company. Now, Easify basically comes in two parts. There's the Easify Server, which we've talked about. We already mentioned the Easify Cloud Server and whether the fact you can have the cloud server hosted by us on our online cloud servers, or you can install the Easify Server locally in premises on a computer in your network and you host it locally. So you've got the server and you've also got the client. You can see here we've got the option just to install the client software. Now, neither of these things are particularly clever. The Easify Server is simply your data or your database. So for Easify Server, just think that's your database where all of your customers and products and various business records get stored. And the Easify Pro Client is just really the program or app or application that you use to access your Easify Server. So typically you'd install the Easify Server on one machine or in the cloud or on one machine on your network. And then you install the Easify Pro Client on every computer that you want to access Easify from. So in this case, because we've got an Easify Cloud Server set up and waiting for us, here we just want to select Easify Pro Client and just install the Easify Pro Client software. So click on Next. It asks us for the installation path. Just accept whatever it puts in here. You can change this if you want to, but if you need to change this, you'll know what you're doing, you'll know why. So for most people, just accept that and click on Next. And then the installer is going to run through and it's going to install the Easify Easify Pro Client software, and then we'll be able to use that to access our Easify Cloud Server. Now this generally only takes a few seconds, so we'll just wait while this installs. Okay, and we click on Finished, and we can close the browser, and we don't need our email at the moment. And you can see on the desktop we've got a shortcut to Easify Pro. So double click Easify Pro and launch it. You can see it says discovering Easify server connections. Briefly it popped up there to say it was looking for servers. What that's doing, that's just sniffing your local network to see if you've got any local Easify servers. And in this case we don't. We've only installed the client software and our servers on the cloud. So we get to this dialog box that says no servers found. No Easify servers are found on your local network. Would you like to look for a remote Easify server online? I.e., do we want to find our cloud server? So the answer is yes, we do to that. So click on yes. And on the next screen, we enter a username and password. Now, this is the username and password that you used to create your Easify account with on the Easify website. So in our case, that was sales at Easify Electricals. Can't type it out. Ricals.co.uk. And our password. And click on Discover. Now, when we click Discover, what's going to happen is the Easify Pro Client software is going to go off and try and find our cloud server. So we click on Discover. And here you can see that we've discovered our cloud server. So the Easify client software here has found the cloud server and it's trying to connect to it, and it's asking you to log in. Now here, because you're logging into a cloud server remotely, you need to use, again, your Easify website user account and email address. So sales at easifyelectricals.co.uk and our password. That's worth bearing in mind as well that from now on, whenever you log into Easify, you launch Easify Pro, it'll ask you to log in. Always use this same email address and password. This is basically your Easify user subscription account. So we click OK. And it's logging us in. And we're connected. Now you can see at the top here, it says Easify demo, brackets demo 9. Normally this would be your company name and description, but because we're using a demo, it's just called demo 9. We happen to be connected to demo server number 9 at the moment. And at the bottom left, you can see in brackets, it says Easify Cloud 3. That means we're currently connected to Easify Cloud Server number 3. And if we click on, say, the products button, you can see here, it shows us a list of products. Now, when you use the Easify Cloud Server demo, and you have the 30-day free trial, we pre-populate it with some fictitious data for a fictitious company called Easify Electricals. So in here, you can see we've already got a load of products all set up as categories and products, and you can go and drill into all these different products, and you could open up a product and have a look at the details for it and things, look at the price of it and so on. And also there's a load of fictitious customers have been entered in, and there's some fictitious orders and quotes in there as well. So basically it just gives you a pre-populated set of data, so you can just get on with using Easify without having to worry about putting all the information in yourself. Now, it's easy enough to put the information into a blank Easify if you're setting up a new company or you've got a fresh install of Easify. You know, it's not difficult to do, it's just time consuming. So for the purposes of the demo, we're using this pre-populated data here. Whereas for you, you would probably be starting with a blank Easify server, and you just need to set up your products and customers before you can continue. Okay, so that's it. That's us connected to an Easify server. We can use Easify. You can feel free to edit this and add products, delete things. When you're running the 30-day trial of the Easify Cloud Server, you're absolutely free to do what you like in here. You can delete things, you can add things. This is entirely your demo. No one else shares it. No one else can see it. So you can add customers, delete products, raise orders, use the point of sale stuff, whatever you like. You can do anything you like. So anyway, with that all set up, the next thing we're going to do is create ourselves a website from scratch. For this demonstration, we're going to be creating a website in WordPress and using the WooCommerce plugin to provide shopping cart and e-commerce capabilities that we'll need. So the first thing we need to do is create a WordPress website. WordPress is probably the most popular website creation platform on the internet today. As a result, you'll find no shortage of web hosts that offer WordPress hosting. Now, it doesn't matter who you choose for your WordPress website hosting. If you already have a WordPress website, then you're already sorted. But if you don't, you can go with whoever you like the look of. There are many web hosts out there who offer basic WordPress hosting for around £5 a month, but as I said, it doesn't matter who you choose. For this demo, I don't want to sign up for a paid solution, so I'm going to set up a demo website using free hosting from hostawesome.com. They have a really nice setup process and their tech support is very responsive if you need it. They also do paid hosting for around $4 a month. There are various companies that provide free hosting, but be aware for business, you really want to go with paid hosting. The reason being that with paid hosting, you'll get a faster and more reliable website with more storage space, and most importantly, with paid hosting, you can use your own business domain name. Anyway, for the purposes of this demonstration, free hosting will be fine. The first thing we need to do is create a free account with HostAwesome. So we'll fire up a web browser and we'll go to hostawesome.com and we'll click on Get Started for Free. And here you can see their paid plans. And if you scroll down a little bit, we've got a link to free WordPress hosting, so we can just give it a try. So we click there, and then we can set up our domain name. Now for this, we just want to use a free subdomain because we're just testing this out and demonstrating it. So we'll select it. I want to use a free subdomain from HostAwesome option. And up here, we'll enter Easify Electricals. So easifyelectricals.awesomesites.io, and we'll click on Get Started. Next is the product configuration page. And on this page, we don't need to worry about add-ons, so ignore this. But what we have to do here is provide some additional information to HostAwesome just to tell them what our intended use of the site is. Now, this is nothing heavy here. If you actually want to use this as your main site, or you just want to set up a blog site, then you would just say so here. But because I'm using this as a demonstration, I'm just going to let them know that. So I'm going to say I will be using this site as a demonstration for a video. Thanks, Easify Limited. So this is just going to let them know that this is just going to be a demo site. And what that does is when they process the request, they're going to see that and say, okay, these guys are doing a demonstration, so we'll set up a free site, but they'll automatically delete the site in 14 days time because otherwise it would just leave the site sitting there doing nothing, taking up valuable resources. As I say, for you, if you want to actually have this as your main site, then say something different here. I don't want to disable automatic updates, and I'm going to click Add to Cart. And that takes us to the order summary page. So at this point, you can see the total 0. So we'll just click on Checkout. And then we fill in our details. So we'll go through and enter my name. Company name, email address, sales at easifyelectricals.co.uk, and a password. And our address. State, region, we need to set the country for that first. So let's say United Kingdom. So we get United Kingdom counties appearing, and we'll just select our county and zip code DT47BQ and a phone number. In there, how did you hear about us? Easify Limited. Payment method doesn't matter because we're not paying. So tick I have read and agree to the terms of service. Obviously read that and agree with it, or tick it if you agree with it. And then we click on complete order. Okay, so then at this stage, the order has gone off to HostAwesome and they're going to process that and we'll get an email back from them shortly. After a while, you'll receive an email back from HostAwesome to say that your account's been set up. Because I told them I want to use this account for a demonstration, they've replied back and said, for testing purposes, please sign up for a trial account using the link below. So we're going to click on that link. So here we've got the options of whether we want a domain name or whether we want to use a free subdomain. So we'll say free subdomain and we'll pop in again Easify Electricals and click to continue. Purpose of trial account, video demonstration. And the trial account will auto terminate after 14 days. So that's fine. Just making us confirm that we're aware that after 14 days, this site will just be wiped. So that's absolutely fine. So we say, I agree. In the box, add to cart. And we don't have a promo code. We don't need one because there's nothing being charged. So we click checkout. But we're already registered. So we'll just click here to log in. And we'll put in our email address, sales@easifyelectricals.co.uk, and our password. We'll just put that in. And we click log in. And then we have the checkout details. And we'll tick I have read and agreed to the terms of service. And then we'll click on complete order. Now Host Awesome are going to go off and configure that for us, and they'll send us an email when it's ready to go. Okay, so we've had our email back from Host Awesome to say that the site's been set up. And here we've got the URL to our new WordPress site. Before I click on that, if you scroll down in the email a bit, they've sent through the WordPress username and password. So I'm just going to take a copy of the password, because it's quite a strong password. And note the username is our email address, sales@easifyelectricals.co.uk. Obviously, you'll be using your own email address here. And we'll click the link to go to the login for our WordPress website. Okay, so the username was sales@easifyelectricals.co.uk. I'm going to paste in the password. And as they recommend to change your password as soon as you log in. This is just a demo, so I'm not going to go through that process. So I'm just going to log in. I will remember my password. And here we are. This is the dashboard of WordPress. So this is basically where all the magic happens. This is where you can configure WordPress and create your website and do all those good things. So the first thing we're going to do on our new website is we're going to turn it into an e-commerce website. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to plugins, add new. And we're going to search for a plugin. And the first thing we're going to do is install WooCommerce. So just type it in and it'll search for it. And WooCommerce comes up as the first result in the results. As you can see, it's got over 1 million active installs. So it's a very popular e-commerce platform. So to install it, click on Install Now. And this usually takes a few seconds while it downloads the files it needs and installs them on your system. And once it's installed, click Activate. And this takes you to the first page of the setup wizard for WooCommerce. So click Let's Go. So the first step is page setup, and the WooCommerce wizard is going to create the following pages: Shop, Cart, Checkout, and My Accounts. So we'll just accept those defaults and click Continue. Next is the locale setup, and it's detected that we're using this from the UK. So that's all good. Everything's in the units we want there. Click Continue. Shipping and tax setup. It asks us, will you be shipping products? Yes, I will be shipping physical goods to customers. Will you be charging sales tax? Well, yes, we will in this demo. Easify will upload prices exclusive of tax, so you need to make sure this corresponding value is set in WooCommerce. The following tax rates will be imported automatically for you. Again, don't worry about this. It'll just create a default tax rate of 20% standard rated VAT. In Easify, when you set up tax rates and things, any changes you make to the tax settings in Easify will automatically get uploaded into this anyway. So just accept the defaults there and click Continue. Next, we set up the payments. So again, this depends on how you want to set it up and what payments you're going to accept. I'm just going to tick all of them for the moment, just for the demo. So we'll do bank transfer, cash on delivery, and click Continue. And it says your store is ready. So from here, just click on the link at the bottom, return to the WordPress dashboard, and we go back to the dashboard. Now at this stage, we can view our site. There's a link up here. If you open this in a new tab, I'm going to just click my mouse wheel button on this to open it in a new tab. And this takes us to our new website we've created. And it's not exactly going to set the world on fire at the moment, but you know, it's early days. So one of the things we can do to make this look a little bit more interesting is we can install a theme in WordPress. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard and we'll go to Appearance and click on Themes. And in WordPress, there are probably thousands upon thousands of predefined templates and themes that you can pick. And at the moment, the active theme is one called 2016. Well, there are also a lot of themes available for WooCommerce in WordPress. So if we click on Add New, we can search through the themes. And the theme that works quite well is one called Alpha Store, which is a WooCommerce theme. So if we go to this theme and we click Install, and it will download after a few seconds, and then you click Activate. And we've got a few notices here. I'm just going to close these just to declutter the window a little bit. We'll dismiss that notice. We don't need to read that again. We go back to our website and we click Refresh. And you see now it's got a bit of design to it. It's still looking pretty basic. That's because we haven't actually got any products to display. But as you can see, we've got the beginnings of an e-commerce website here. We've got a shopping cart. We could click on the cart and there's nothing in it because the cart's empty. And there's a category selector here, which will ultimately be populated with all our product categories. So as we go through the process of getting everything configured, this will take shape as we go along. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard and we're going to install another plugin, which is the Easify plugin. So we've got our shopping cart system installed now. The next thing we're going to do is install the Easify plugin. So we go to Plugins, Add New, and in the search box, just search for Easify. And it's come back with two results. Now, the one we want is Easify Server WooCommerce. Because we're using Easify version 4, this is the plugin that connects Easify V4, small business software, to your WooCommerce online shop. Whereas the other one, this is our old legacy plugin that works with Easify version 3. So this is the one you want to install. So click Install now. And click Activate. And then what we're going to do, if you go down to the settings menu, hover over settings, and you'll see we have an Easify settings option. So click on that. And it's come back and it said permalinks not enabled. The Easify WooCommerce plugin requires that permalinks be enabled in WordPress settings. Make sure permalinks are set to anything other than plain. Now on a lot of WordPress sites, when they're pre-configured, permalinks are enabled. And on most sites, you want them enabled anyway. So click on the link here. And this takes you to the permalink settings, or you could go down to settings and permalinks down here. This is an easy way, and choose one that you like the look of. Post name would be fine, so we'll tick post name, and we'll scroll down and save changes, and then we go back to the Easify settings, and now it's asking us for our subscription credentials. So here it says, please enter your Easify subscription username and password. Now, in order to do this, you'll need a subscription to the Easify WooCommerce plugin. Now, this is separate to the username and password we set up in the Easify website at the beginning of this process. That was set up for our user login. That's our login for Easify Pro. So every user that uses Easify in your organization, they'll have their own Easify Pro user subscription, which is created via our website, as you saw. But here, this is the username and password that you would get when you go and purchase the WooCommerce plugin. So I'll just show you that. So if you go to the Easify website, easify.co.uk, and you go to our shop. So we go into shop, and you go to subscriptions, and we scroll down. And here we've got Easify WooCommerce plugin monthly subscription. So ordinarily for a production system, you go and you buy your subscription, and part of the checkout process is actually creating your username and password for that subscription. And that username and password you create is what you then come back and enter in here. Now, if you go to the actual product itself, so go to the Easify WooCommerce plugin monthly subscription product on our website and click it. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see there's a link that says click here to request a free 30-day trial. So doing this, if you click the link, it'll ask you if you want to open an email. So we want to open up an email. And this will just pre-prepare an email that you can send to us. And this just requests that we set up a free 30-day trial of the WooCommerce plugin subscription. So that's all you need to do is just basically click on send. And we'll receive that request. And then we'll set you up a trial subscription and we'll email you the username and password that you can use for your evaluation purposes. I'll just pause the video while we wait for that to come through. Okay, so we've received the email back from Easify with our trial subscription WooCommerce plugin username and password. As you can see, we've been given the username WooCommerce at easifyelectricals.easify.co.uk. Now, it looks like an email address, but it isn't actually. It's in a format of an email address, but this is just how we do our usernames for subscriptions. And when you set it up yourself, when you purchase it, you'll end up with a similar looking username, which will be whatever you put here. So that might be my website or WooCommerce or WordPress or whatever you want to put. And it'll be at your company name.easify.co.uk. So just so that you're aware of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy the username there. And then we go back to our WordPress control panel onto the Easify settings page. I'll paste in the username and I'll type in the password. Click on Save Changes. Let me dismiss where it says settings saved so you can see a bit better what's going on. And you can see straight away the important thing is the green tick, and it says Easify server is online and accessible. So what's happened when we've clicked Save Changes, the WordPress website has actually gone off and connected to your Easify Cloud Server, established a communication with it, and you're now connected. So at this point, your WordPress website is connected to your Easify server. So at this stage, we've configured the connection from your website back to your Easify server. Now, there's a few things we need to set up on here. As you can see, some new tabs have appeared. So whereas before we had the credentials and the logging tab, now we've got orders, customers, coupons, shipping, and payment. Two of the tabs, coupons and shipping, are showing warning triangles, and that's because these really need to be configured before you can actually use the plugin properly. But before we go to those, we'll just walk through some of the other tabs. I'm not going to go into massive detail because for the other ones, you can just accept the default settings. But if you look at the orders tab, okay, so it says here, when an order is placed via WooCommerce, it will be sent to your Easify server with the values that you specify here. Now, the way this works basically is when somebody goes to your website and they go into your WooCommerce shopping cart system and they place an order on your website, the Easify WooCommerce plugin is going to take a copy of that order from WooCommerce and it's going to send it over to your Easify server. So all of the orders that are placed via your website will automatically be sent to your Easify server. And that means that all of your orders, both the orders that come into your in-premises shop, if you've got a bricks and mortar shop, if you've got a trade counter, or if you have a warehouse where you do mail order or telephone order, all your orders are in a single place. So you don't have to have some of your orders in Easify and some on the website and some somewhere else. It centralizes all your orders. Now, the settings here just allow you to customize slightly how the orders are sent to Easify. And as I say, for this, just accept the defaults. These are absolutely fine. And what it's saying here is the Easify order status of the order when it's sent to Easify will be new order because it's a new order. And if you look in here, these are all statuses that are actually set in Easify. Easify order type, again, these are the order types that are set in Easify and you can select these. The order will come through as an internet type of order and you can customize or change this if you want. Easify order comment, simply the comment that's put on the order when it's raised in Easify. At any time on all of these pages, we've got tooltips as well. So you can hover over the tooltips and these will give you a really good explanation of what's going on. And there's also a link here you can click on every one, which will take you to our website, to our help system on our website, where you can get even more information if you need it. But as I say, don't worry about these. These are just good to go as defaults. The next tab is customers. And on the customers tab, we've got a couple of options. Again, accept the defaults here. It's perfectly fine. You don't need to change these. The settings we do have, though, is Easify customer type, which is not known initially. There's a few preset ones in Easify you could choose if you preferred. And the other one is Easify customer relationship. So again, these are the Easify customer relationships. And because they've just ordered something, we set them as an active customer. And we'll skip over to the payment tab before we come back to coupons and shipping. Because again, the payment tab, just accept the defaults on this one. You don't need to configure this initially. At the top, Easify payment comment. So again, the beauty of this system is that when an order is placed on your website and the person pays via your website, whether they pay by PayPal or credit card or whatever means, that payment is also sent over to Easify so that all the payments that come in through your website are all tallied in your Easify cash book. So it means that all your bookkeeping and accounting is all in a central location as well. It's not like you've actually then got to go to WooCommerce, go into the control panel over here and drill into all the orders and look at the payments and then copy them manually into whatever package you're using. The Easify WooCommerce plugin It will automatically send those payments over for you. Now this screen here looks quite complicated. It's not too bad really. I mean, all we've got down this side are the different types of WooCommerce payments that there can be. And then over here, this is where they go in Easify. So we're saying here that PayPal payments, the payment method is bank transfer into the Easify PayPal account, which is an account in Easify, in the Easify cash book that tallies all your PayPal payments. If someone pays by SagePay, we're saying is the type of that is a credit card and it goes into your current account. Or WorldPay, again, is a credit card, it goes to your current account. Cash on delivery is cash, funnily enough, and it goes into your cash account. And there's some boxes here where you can enable the payment. Now, basically, what this means is that PayPal, SagePay, WorldPay, where they're credit card payments, we enable those because that means that the payment will have actually been made. A payment like cash on delivery or check or direct bank transfer, just because someone has said they've paid via that means, it doesn't mean they actually have. For example, cash on delivery, you don't want to say, oh, it's been paid, because it hasn't been paid until they've actually paid the cash. So again, probably more detail than you need at this stage. Just accept all these defaults. They're going to work really well for you straight away. And if you need to, again, you've got the tooltips which go into a lot of detail explaining what they all mean, and you can customize it if you need to. Okay, finally, the logging tab. We'll just have a look at that. Logging's for when things aren't going right. So let's say you put your credentials in and they don't work, or the system was working and now it's not working. You can come in here and you can tick enable logging and click save changes. And this will cause the Easify plugin to create a detailed log of what's going on. So that's really, if you have problems, you can enable logging, hover over here, follow the instructions here, have a read, go to the website for more info. You can email us a log of any problems you've got, and then we can help you troubleshoot it and resolve your problems for you. But leave that off. Don't think, oh, I'll just leave that on just in case. It will create a big log file. So only turn it on when you're testing, turn it off when you're not. Okay, so going back to the tabs that need some attention, if we go and look at coupons first of all, Easify coupon options, and here it's asking us to enter an Easify discount SKU. Well, let me just explain what this is all about. If you go over to WooCommerce, you'll see there's an option for coupons, and this is basically where you can set up discount coupons to use on your website. And if we click on add coupon, you can go in here and you can create a coupon code. So let's say we want to give people a 10% discount. We might create a discount code called Easify 10. Give it a description if you want to. Percentage discount, we'll set it at 10%. And we'll click on publish, and that's going to create a coupon code someone can use at the checkout on your website. They can enter this code and get a 10% discount. Now, we need a way of actually getting that discount back to Easify. So when this order gets sent over to Easify, we need to know that there's been a discount used with it. And this is where the coupon code comes in. Now, when we send an order to Easify, we add each product on the website order to the order in Easify. So each item that goes onto the order is known as a line item. Now, the way we handle coupon codes is if someone uses a coupon on an order and that order gets sent to Easify, we just add on another product that represents the discount in Easify. And what we have to do is if we go down to the settings, Easify settings again, and then we go into coupons, what we're going to do in Easify is we're going to create a product that represents a discount, and we're going to put the stock code, or SKU, which stands for stock keeping unit. It basically means stock code. So we're going to put the Easify stock code of our coupon product, our discount product, in this box and save changes. So what I'll do, let's go over to Easify Pro. We'll log in. So I'll load it up. And we're going to log into our cloud server. You can see now it remembers our username, which is convenient. So type in our password. And we'll log in. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into products. And let me just hide this tab on the side and maximize that so we can see what's going on. Now, if you look on the left, if you're not familiar with Easify, on the left-hand side of the products window are product categories. You've got all products, and when you click that, you see all products in the pane on the right. Each row here represents one of your products. And there are subcategories. There are categories like batteries. You can click on that and it drills it down just to show you batteries, and you can expand that, and then you have subcategories and so on. So everything can be organized into categories and subcategories. You can see here we've got a category called discounts, and we expand that. There's a subcategory called discounts, Don't worry that they're both the same. That's perfectly fine. Now what we'll do is we'll click on the discounts subcategory and we'll add a product in here. So we click on the add product button and we're going to call this website discount because it's a discount on our website. Manufacturer, we'll set that to ourselves because we made the discount, and the supplier, we supply it as well. So Easify Electricals for the supplier. And pricing, well, the price is going to be set by the website. We don't actually basically set a price on this. The website will just set this value to whatever the discount has been. So for this, just give it a nominal value of a penny, and that's absolutely fine. And click OK. And we've created a new product. Now what we're interested in is the stock code, the SKU, which is 1000059. So remembering that number, we come back to our control panel and we enter 1000059 and click Save Changes. And what's going to happen now, when we click Save Changes, the plugin now has gone off to our Easify server and it's checked to make sure this actually exists as a product. And if it does, it's happy. And you can see it says settings saved and one of the warning triangles has gone from coupons. So that's done. So now anytime anybody uses a discount coupon on your website, that will be sent through to Easify as product 1000059, and the value of that product will be set to the discount amount. So it will be set to a negative amount. So if they had a £10 discount, that would be added to the order as an item with a value of minus £10 to give you the discount. Okay, moving on to the shipping tab. That's a similar setup really. If you look at the shipping tab, here you can see we've got a few more things to set up. But this is where we set up shipping mapping. It's a similar idea to the coupons. In other words, when somebody buys something on your website, they're going to choose a shipping method which has an associated cost. It may be a flat rate cost per order, or it may even be free shipping or international delivery, or there may be all different kinds of delivery methods that you support. And what this allows you to do is to map the shipping in the website to shipping products in Easify. So again, it's the same idea. Say somebody bought something on your website and there was a flat rate cost of £10 delivery. That delivery charge would be added to your Easify order as an actual Easify product called delivery charge, and the value of it would be set to £10. So we need a delivery product in Easify to represent that. So let's go back to Easify and same again. You can see here we've got a category called delivery and labor, and you can customize these yourself. You can create whatever categories you like. And if we look in delivery, you can see in this sample demo data, we've already got a delivery item for delivering a cooker or a fridge. But what we want is just a generic delivery item. So click on delivery subcategory, add a product, and we could just say standard delivery, manufacturer, that's us, and supplier is us. You can put whatever you like for that really, whatever's appropriate. Pricing, again, nominal value, give it a cost, or nominal cost of a penny rather, and click it. Don't worry about this. We've got some margins on here, default margins that have been applied to it, so it doesn't matter. The value of the retail price gets overridden by the plugin, so you don't need to set a price on that. So we've got standard delivery now on Easify, and the SKU is 1000060. So back to the website, and we're going to enter that into here, 1000060. So I'm just going to copy and paste that to save a little bit of time. Now it's worth pointing out as well here, you could create a separate product in Easify for each type of shipping. So if you wanted a bit more maybe reporting granularity, let's say you wanted to run a report that showed you, how many people have used international delivery and how many people have used a flat rate delivery, you could have a different SKU for each delivery item by creating a different product in Easify for each delivery method. But equally, you could just have the same one. And what will happen when the order is sent to Easify, it will still record the shipping method. It will still actually say that it will still add this delivery item to the order, 1000060, but it'll actually add a comment to it to say this was a flat rate shipping item or it was a free shipping. So you'll get all the information you need. You'll still know how to ship the item, even if you use the same code in all of these. So again, we'll click Save Changes, and the Easify plugin will just go off and check those on the server, and if it's happy, it'll all come back good. It says settings saved. We close that, and now we have no problems at all, no errors at all in there. That's all looking good. Okay, so that completes the configuration of the Easify WooCommerce plugin. And at this stage, the plugin's configured and WooCommerce has all the information it needs to be able to push things down to Easify. All we need to do now is set up the connection from the other end. So go into Easify and tell it how to talk to the website, and then we'll be fully configured and ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to Easify Pro. Now we can close the products window. And what we're going to do is now we're going to configure Easify Pro, effectively tell your Easify server how to talk to your website. Okay, and that's quite easy to do. We go to products and we select e-commerce channel manager. E-commerce channel manager is where you manage connections to external websites. So if you want Easify to connect to a website, as we do, then we go in here and we can add a channel, as it's called. So we'll click on the add new e-commerce channel button because we want to add a channel. This is a channel through which Easify server can talk to your website. And in here, we'll select the channel type, which is WooCommerce channel. And we'll give it a description, which can be my WooCommerce website. For the remote URL, now for that, you need to go back to your website. So we'll actually go to the site here and copy your web address. Make sure with this you're actually on the home page. So, you're right in the root of the website. So for example, if you were, let's say you were in the cart, don't copy cart, just copy the actual fully qualified domain name, as it's called. So we'd copy it up to here. And we go back to Easify. And in remote URL, we paste that in. So you have the URL of your website, where Easify is going to connect to upload products and things and synchronize stock levels. And on the end, add Easify. It's very important that you do that. It needs to be the fully qualified domain name of your website without anything else after it, and then put /Easify. And that's it. Okay, so you come down to this section where it says select Easify entity to notify changes for. That sounds complicated, but you don't need to know what it means or what it does, other than to say, just make sure that you select everything from product categories downwards. What it's saying basically here is that we want Easify Pro, we want your Easify server to notify your website if any of these things change. So for example, for products, anytime a product stock level changes or a description changes, we want a notification to be sent to your website. Now I will say that if you notice here, if I go to Easify Pro, you can see that in the bottom left, we're on version 4.39.1. In later versions of that, and the chances are, as you're watching this video, you will be using a later version of Easify. So in version 4.40 and later, these are automatically selected for you when you select the WooCommerce channel. So if you happen to be on this version 4.39.1, you just need to manually make sure you've selected these yourself. So as I say, just tick everything from product categories down and you're good to go. The next thing to do is to set up the security. So on the security tab, we put in the subscription username, and that was the username that was emailed to us. So if we go back to here, I'll copy and paste that again because I'm too lazy to type it in. So copy the username, paste that in. This is the Easify WooCommerce plugin subscription, and the password. And we confirm the password. And we click OK. And it says your new channel has been created but is currently paused. Do you want to unpause the channel so that it can begin processing requests straight away? So we'll say yes to that. Now there's one last thing we need to do just to finish off the configuration here, and that is to make sure that we've enabled automatic stock control in our Easify server. So if you go to Tools and Options, and you see the first page that loads up has stock control mode. It's in product stock control mode. And in this particular demo, it's set to manual. So we're just going to make sure that this is set to automatic. And setting this to automatic means that Easify will automatically manage our stock levels. So as we sell products, it will decrease the stock levels. If we check products in from purchasing, then it'll increase the stock levels and so on. So we'll set that to automatic and click OK. And at this stage, Easify is now configured to send products up to the website as well. So that's it, basically. At this stage, we've installed Easify Pro, we've got it talking to our Easify Cloud Server, we've created a website from scratch, we've installed an e-commerce shopping cart in the website and configured it, and we've installed a reasonable looking theme, so it looks quite nice. We've configured the website so that it will automatically send orders to Easify Server, and we've configured Easify Server via Easify Pro. We've configured Easify Server so that it can upload products to the website. Let me just show you that quickly as well, just to show you how this works. as you know, on the website, there are no products. If we just click on here, go to the home page of the website, there are no products there. And if we go to Easify Pro, and we'll go to the products window again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new product and upload it to the website. Now, bear in mind with this system that once you've got this system set up, to add products, what you don't do is you don't need to go into WooCommerce products and add products and manually add products in here. What you do is you add your products in Easify. So let's say we want to add a new product and we're going to add in a new cable. So we go to cables, hi-fi cables. I'm going to add in some hi-fi cable. So we click on add product and we give it a description, hi-fi cable. Manufacturer can be anything, it doesn't matter. We'll leave that as it is. The pricing, we'll set the cost price. Let's say they cost us £5 and the retail price excluding VAT is £20. And the trade price, you don't have to use trade price, but if you did, you could say, okay, £15 for the trade price. And stock levels, we're set to enable stock control for the product. That's good. We need that ticked. And we're going to set the stock level at, say, 20. And then we're going to go to info and we'll click on the palette icon. And then we click on the load image from file button. And here's an image that I prepared earlier, speaker cable. So we'll open that and this basically creates an image for the product. Click on description. And I say I'm not going to dwell on this too much because the purpose of this whole tutorial is really to show you how to set this up, not really to go really into the usage. We'll do that in a future video. This is just to give you a really good overview of how it works. So we can give it a title, speaker cable. This is nice cable that it's bound to sell with a description like that. Just given the first line the style of headings to make it stand out a little bit, we click on preview and you can get a rough preview of how it will look. Obviously how it actually ends up on your website will be dependent on the styling on your website. So we click OK and then we click OK again. And you can see our new product's been added to Easify. So that's how you add a new product in Easify. And if you look over here, I've got a column here called Publish. Now, if you don't see that in Easify when you're using it, right click on the view here, hover over choose columns, and then you can select the published column. If it's not showing, it's just not selected here. So you can get it to show. I've also got the info column showing, which tells me whether it's got advanced info, such as a product and a web description. So what we need to do, it's not published at the moment. So if I right click this and say publish, and then I click on here, yes, I want to apply my changes. What's going to happen now is because I've set this product to published and because we've got an e-commerce channel set up, the e-commerce system in Easify server is going to take this product and it's going to send it over to the website. So if we go to the website now and we go back to our home page and we click on refresh, you can see now we've added our first product to the website. Okay, it's a start. It's starting to look like an e-commerce website now. And as we flesh out more products, you'll see things like the categories will start to automatically populate. And on the left here, it's set up the categories for us. You can click on the product and you could go in and you could see the description. Obviously, I put in a really fantastic description here, but you can absolutely knock yourself out on your descriptions. We've got our hi-fi cable. If I add that to our cart and then we go to checkout, we could apply a coupon code and we set up that code earlier, which was Easify 10. So we can apply the coupon and you can see the coupon code applied successfully. And in the cart, we've got a discount. So the product is £20 with a £2 discount and we proceed to checkout. And we fill in the details. As you can see here, it's already got my details in there. So that's all good to go. I'm going to add an order note to say, please leave on doorstep. Not the best advice, but there you go. So we've added some additional information. And I'm going to choose cash on delivery for the delivery method. And I'm going to click on place order. And there's our order confirmation. So that's the order having been placed. And if we go back over to Easify and just expand this view so we can see what we're doing, we'll click on orders and quotes. And here you can see we've got a new order, company Easify Limited, internet order number 15. And if we double click on that, you can see that that's the order that was just placed via the website. So you can see that the hi-fi cable is on the order. One of those has been bought and the price was £20. You can see that the coupon code's been added as a website discount, and it has coupon code Easify 10 recorded in the comments. If you click on the internal notes tab, this is where you can basically add notes to an order as you work on it. You can see it says payment to follow, payment method cash on delivery. And indeed, if you go to the billing tab to look at the billing details, you can see it's been invoiced because the person's been sent the paperwork automatically, but it's not been paid. If it had been paid by credit card, then this box would show as ticked and the date would be the date it was paid. And also you'd see a row appear here with the payment details that would be recorded in the Easify cash book. You can see as well that the stock levels changed. If you remember, initially we started with 20 of the product, and because we've sold one via the website, the stock level now has gone down to 19. If you go to the website and we go to the home page again, and we click on the hi-fi cable, you can see now it's showing 19 in stock. So there we have it. In this video, I've shown you how you can start from scratch and install Easify Pro and connect it to your Easify Cloud Server. I've shown you how you can create an e-commerce enabled business website using one of the most popular website creation tools there is, and connect your e-commerce website to your back-end order processing and EPOS system so that your stock levels are synchronized between your premises and your website. Adding new products is easy too. Simply add the product into Easify and it will automatically appear on your website. Not only that, but any orders and payments that are placed via your website are also automatically copied to your Easify server, meaning that you can easily manage your business from a single application. From here, it would be a fairly simple task to tweak the website to suit your exact needs, and there are plenty of tutorials out there on YouTube that can help you with that. Now, we've only had time to skim over the possibilities of what you can do with Easify in the relatively short amount of time we've had here. So if you would like more information or have any questions, please feel free to comment below, or visit our website www.easify.co.uk, and if you found this video useful or interesting, please give us a thumbs up. Until next time, thank you for watching.